As a longtime comic book enthusiast and moviegoer, let me tell you the captivating story of how Weasel, the character from James Gunn's Creature Commandos, has captured my attention lately. Uh, Brace yourself because we're about to dive deep into the depths of this unique character. In James Gunn's Creature Commandos, uh, we see a different side of Weasel compared to his brief appearance in the Suicide Squad. What's fascinating is that a significant detail about Weasel's past in the original Suicide Squad movie was, in fact, untrue. Um, this new series unveils more depth to Weasel's character, showing he's not as villainous as many fans initially believed. The animation in this version makes Weasel significantly more adorable, and it offers an explanation for the accusation that he was a mass murderer, all which adds necessary context to his story. Transition. The footage of the Suicide Squad introduced us to an ensemble of characters that were, for the most part, unfamiliar to the audience before then. Among these characters was Weasel, who was easily labeled as one of the most detestable members of Task Force X. We first see him as part of a diversionary squad dispatched to Corto Maltese during the movie. I would say that it's in the Suicide Squad, Weasel was mainly used for comedic relief. During the story, Rick Flag accuses him of being responsible for 27 children's deaths. While Weasel seems to grapple with the accusation, he shouts about his lack of swimming skills before passing out. The narrative makes it clear that Weasel isn't a direct threat to any member of Task Force X. Here's a breakdown of the horrifying scene involving Weasel. Flag introduces Weasel to the team, emphasizing his violent past. Amid mutual sarcasm, Weasel claims he could never swim due to a fear of the water. And Gunn's interpretation of Weasel, albeit briefly in the Suicide Squad, is very different from the character's counterpart in the comics. And in the comic books, Weasel dons a suit and boasts vicious killing tendencies, being responsible for the deaths of numerous characters, including Martin Stein from Firestorm. I kind of had a thing that the Creature Commandos series presents a completely different version of Weasel, bringing to light a heartbreaking backstory recordmatic. Much like the characters in the Suicide Squad, Weasel, otherwise known as John Doe, fights to overturn his unjust conviction. However, due to his inability to disclose his real name, the moniker John Doe reemphasizes the concept that in the DC universe, Weasel possesses human rights. I can go up to, despite his adorable appearance in the animated series, Weasel's true nature is far from innocent. His role in the Fury of Firestorm and Doom Patrol storylines, where he ultimately meets his demise, shows him capable of significant harm, but also provokes empathy, character, and transition. As fans, it's easy to accept information at face value. Especially when presented by well-respected creators like James Gunn. Considering Gunn is now reigning over the DC universe, it's likely that this backstory is meant to assimilate Weasel into the larger landscape. But what's truly fascinating about this backstory lies in the context of his character, who we see Weasel isn't just a harmless creature with unusual tendencies, but someone willing to go to great lengths to protect the innocent, even at the cost of his own life. And what so next time you catch an episode of Creature Commandos, pay close attention, because you might discover a hidden hero in disguise. That's all for now, folks. Enjoy the show, and until next time.